Hello, friends. Hope that you're having a wonderful Monday so far and that your week is starting off great. I am Elizabeth from the Happiness Tree, bringing you a magic moment, something little for you to think about and possibly take through your week. And hopefully, it might make your week, your days, a little better. So, I have something pretty short and sweet today and pretty simple. I've had quite a few people talk about the winter blues lately. The, sun's not out as much. If you're not a cold weather person, it's cold outside. Just makes things harder. It gets dark earlier at night. Just the simple lack of sunshine and vitamin D does a number on us. And it is no wonder that we can start to feel a little down during the winter. I know it kind of sometimes makes me feel like a bear going into hibernation. I can get really sluggish and just like not want to do stuff, right? And there's of course all of the basics that we can do for ourselves to combat this, and it's all about taking care of ourselves. And it's kind of crazy because when, like I said, you're feeling like a bear, you're feeling sluggish, maybe you're feeling sad. Well, it makes it all much harder sometimes to focus on giving our body the right nutrients and getting a little bit of movement, but when we're able to do that, even if it's just a little bit, it helps us so much. There was sunshine today here in Park Hills, so even being outside enjoying nature for a moment and getting some of that sunshine helps. However, what I wanted to talk about specifically today was something that I don't think a lot of people necessarily come around to when they think about being more joyful or happier or improving their mood. And that one thing is gratitude. And I believe that gratitude and being a grateful person and doing it in a way that is conscious and that you're very aware of is powerful. What we are thinking throughout the day affects us dramatically. If we are constantly thinking negative thoughts, if we're always thinking, I'm going to be late, I'm not going to get this right, I'm not going to do that, everybody's going to be mean to me today, everybody's going to laugh at my sweater, whatever it is. If we're having these negative self-talks throughout the day, it just goes on and on and on like we're a hamster in a wheel. And look, I get it. It's not like we can just turn our thoughts off, right? I mean, it's hard. It's hard to stop that cycle. And, it's not like we're going to necessarily be able to just put it into it and think beautiful, happy thoughts forevermore, even though I wish I could do that for every single one of you. Gratitude, though, is such an important tool to getting our mind in the right place and getting it into a happier state. And I believe with regular practice that it can have a big impact on how we think and how we feel about ourselves and the world we're interacting with on a daily basis. So, two things, really simple. So, when you go to bed tonight, before you fall asleep, and please don't fall asleep angry, don't fall asleep sad. Take a deep breath and know that this too shall pass and tomorrow is a new day. And then before you fall asleep, think about one specific thing that happened today that you are grateful for. And I hope it's hard to pick one. But I know the reality is that some days it's hard to find one. I know you can. It can be something really small. It doesn't have to be anything big. Maybe you felt like today was just a big and that nothing really great happened. But I guarantee you, if you stop for just a moment, tell your negative thoughts, your little hamster wheel brain to shut up for a second, I know that there are beautiful things that happened to you today. Grab one of those, think about it, feel it. Don't just make it something generic. I got to eat cheese today. Cheese is good. Now, granted, maybe you had like the best cheese you've ever had. Well, that's worth being grateful for. Maybe you're blessed like I am and you have a wonderful partner or spouse. I love my husband to death. and I'm thankful for them every day. But when I think about something that makes me grateful, I think about something very specific. Like how I brushed all the snow off my car the other day. Think about it so that you feel it, right? And fall asleep being grateful for that. And when you wake up in the morning, do it again. Before you check your email, turn on your screen, get on social media, get busy, doing this, doing that. Make it part of your morning routine. Do it while you're brushing your teeth. Do it while you're making your coffee, whatever it is you do first thing when you get out of bed. Just take a moment. Take a moment to wake up and think about something you're grateful for. Maybe it's something you're excited about that day. Maybe it's just something that you're grateful for that's happened in your life recently. Whatever it is, take a moment. Do those two little things at morning and at night. And I encourage you to let this overflow into your everyday. It sounds silly, and for me, it was a slow start, but now I'm to the point where I pull into the grocery store parking lot and I find like the best parking spot, and I do a little like, woohoo, thank you, universe, for the parking spot. You know, when I like almost spill something and I don't, and I like avert disaster, I'm like, whoa, thanks. When I'm like in a hurry to get out the door and I'm feeling like, it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, I forgot that. Oh, I forgot this. Oh gosh, I got to put that on. Oh, I didn't do this. I'm just like, you know what? The universe is telling me that I'm supposed to get out the door a few minutes later because that's when I'm supposed to get out the door. And it's not something that, like I said, shifts overnight. But when you live this way, when you live with a constant awareness that you're looking for the good things to happen, and when they do, you are genuinely thankful, even if they are small things like parking spots or green lights or a smile from a stranger, whatever it is. If you're living in gratitude and you're able to look for and cherish those good moments, what starts to happen is they attract each other, right? When you're putting yourself in that spot, all of a sudden, it seems like more and more good things are happening. And maybe they are. Or maybe you've just chosen to shift your perspective. I feel very blessed. I have a positive outlook on life that anybody that knows me will tell you. But I also feel like that I give myself credit for that. I give myself credit because it was something that I knew was important that I chose to develop. And it makes a tremendous difference, and it's so worth it. How much more fun is it to go through life woohooing and yaying about all the wonderful things that are happening, as opposed to going through life like, oh, not again. I don't want to go through life like that, right? So give it a try. When you go to bed tonight, take a moment to find that one thing that you're thankful for. If you are blessed enough to have a partner or spouse that you fall asleep no night, or maybe you're just saying goodnight to a kiddo or a grandchild, taking a moment to tell them that you love them is a wonderful way to also end the evening. And when you wake up tomorrow, before you bombard yourself, take another moment to be grateful. And maybe you're just grateful for you. Maybe you're grateful for your feet, the way they carry you around every day. Maybe you're grateful for your smile. Maybe you're grateful when you wake up because you have a comfy bed, or when you get a shower because you have running water. I know it sounds crazy, but why? Why is it crazy to live in a space of gratitude and positivity as opposed to a space of expecting negativity? So go out, be grateful, woohoo a little bit. Tell you what, it's addicting. You'll start to have a lot of fun. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your Monday and a beautiful, beautiful week. Much love from the Happiness Tree. Namaste.